Hello everybody, the Model Maniac back again with another unboxing video. Today we're doing an interesting kit. We're doing the Sherman Calliope. Now, I have reason to believe that that's the way you pronounce it, and so that's the way I'm going to pronounce it, Calliope. Yes, so it's in 1/76 scale and it's in the Airfix Vintage Classics line, and the artwork on the front is slightly different to the rest of the Vintage Classic stuffs. You can see normally it looks something like that, because this one hasn't been done by Roy Cross like the most of the ones were done originally. This was done by John D. Jones, I'm assuming in a more modern version of it, and it looks just as good. And you've got a group of Calliopes in American markings firing off their rockets. Yes, and you get one flying hour. It's a skill level 2. I should just say that the original molds for the Sherman were made in 1961, and that is what this kit is. But they've in 2006 they molded the parts for the rocket system to turn it into a Calliope. Yes. Well, let's get in, shall we? And it's got a slightly it's got the Series 2 style box, I think. Alright. Okay. Let's pop that there. Alright. Right. Okay. So it looks as though there are only no, this is right. This isn't right. There we go. That was more difficult. It looks like there's only markings for the American version. So you get 4 stars and a star with a ring around it. So nothing too fancy about that. Now, the instructions, as you saw, were folded slightly wrong. That was my fault. But you get a bit of an interesting information about this, and this tells you about the Sherman and then later the Calliope version. Now, this double page spread here is purely just the Sherman kit. So I don't think I did an unboxing on that kit. So this is probably a good time to show you. So you build up the bogey system here, the iconic American bogey system that you can use on all sorts of tanks like the Lee and things. Now it's 4 parts for each one, and you build up 6. Yeah. Then you attach that to your sides of the hull along with the reverse rollers. Let's zoom in a bit so we can give you a better look. Right, there we are. And then you can see you do the reverse rollers there, and come further down, you put all the bits of the hull together, and here we got some bits on the turret. Oh, and the 75mm there. I believe that's a 75mm. Come further down. We zoom out a bit. This final picture, which is just putting the rest of it together, the hatches, and then those dastardly rubber band tracks, which are not enjoyable, to say the least. Now, you turn over again. This is the Calliope stuff. You can see the style's changed. You've got the more modern Airfix style, which is certainly better. I don't need to tell you that. Now, there's not many parts to the Calliope bit, but you'll see them in a second. So let's have a look, shall we? So I believe these rockets are 4.5 inch. So if they are, then they're that's serious fight. But I don't know how effective the Sherman Calliope was. I wouldn't say it's not. I'll say it's quite well known, reasonably compared to a lot of other things. But yeah, I don't. Yeah. Anyway, you start assembling the rocket tubes, and you assemble the mount for the gun. There you are. The mount for it all. You come over here, you mount more tubes. Then you sort of assemble all your pre-made parts together and just attach them to the tank, and you get a small that part there comes down and attaches to the turret, and you can see that on the box there, just to support. I think that might have meant you might have to aim the turret in order to change the trajectory of the rockets. Anyway, and it doesn't seem too difficult, that. And that's it. And we're not done though with the instructions, because we've got the paint scheme to do. Paint schemes are always interesting. Only one main colour here. I'm going to use either 86 or 30 because I don't have 159, and you don't really need that, and it's a really, you can do you can make up like any khaki drab or a dark green. Vehicles would have used all sorts of different paints, you know. Anyway, this is a Calliope Tank Mark II from the 752nd Tank Battalion in the United States Army, Germany 44. So, D-Day time probably. There we are. That's the instructions done. Let's get on to the interesting bit. I think we can all agree, which is where have I not opened this? No. So I haven't even looked in here. Oh dear. I think my blade's getting a bit blunt. There we go. Let me go that better. Shouldn't need to explain to you what bits of the new moulding, should I? Okay, so you can quite easily see they look. Oh no, they don't. I was going to say these looked better than the ones I got in the other Sherman, but there's still quite a lot of flash. Ignore me. But you can quite clearly see what's the Sherman kit and what's the new 2006 molded Calliope kit. And these are for 1961. It says. Not bad. There's actually quite a reasonable amount of detail on the hull, and the turret's not badly moulded. Some, the rivet details, all a bit oversized. That's not bad. That's actually quite good. That sort of maintenance hatch at the back. Some of the wheels here. And your main 75mm. And this is the bulk of your bogie components. You got the front plates here, and you got the back plates. You got the reverse rollers, the mantslip, and the hatches, and the hatch for the cupola. Aha, interesting. Now, because I've already done that kit. Let's look. This looks interesting. This give you a. It's all very well moulded. There's no flash whatsoever. Well, no, there's none whatsoever. I confidently say that. Yeah, not too difficult. Interesting. And show the tracks once again. Rubber bands, so they'll go together like this, and you'll probably have to either melt them or staple them. But yeah, that is the kits. Now let's get them back into the bag, and I'll show you my thoughts. Okay. Yeah, it's not a bad kit, and you can see from the price tag on there that it cost me £9, and I don't think that's that bad, really. I think if it goes together as well as the Sherman, which is that I've done already, then which was all right for a kit from '61. It's actually for a kit from 1961. I'd say good, quite well actually, and I think if it does that, and then you also get the parts to make it more interesting with the Calliope, the rocket tubes and things, yeah, good value. I think this was one of the kits I got from that museum, which I've talked about on streams and things. Yeah, and well, thank you for watching. I suppose it gets a good, solid 8 out of 10 from looking at the kit and my experience of the other Sherman. Yeah, a good kit, would recommend. That's about it, really. It had 60 launch tubes. There you are. So thank you for watching, everybody. I've been the Model Maniac. Do your stuff. You do your thing. You're liking, you're subscribing, you're commenting. If you've got this kit, if you like it, what kits you'd like me to get, I'll do. And I'll see you all in another video. Goodbye.